everybody, this is Rosalind again on this episode where we're going to be talking about how do you confirm that you have diabetes. Okay, so I would like to disclaim yet again that I'm not representing my employer or any diabetes association. And I would like to say also, if you have any diabetes related issues, you go to your doctor, and that is the best place to be. Here is information session only and interactive. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the diagnostic criteria, and I would like to go by the criteria of WHO and International Diabetes Federation. Every other association kind of speak from the same hymn book. There's a tiny bit of variation, so I'd like to do WHO and International Diabetes Federation. Okay, so how do you know that you have diabetes? You decide to go to the hospital today or to the lab for a fasting blood sugar. When we say fasting blood sugar, we mean do not eat or drink anything from the previous night until the morning when they take your blood. You could drink water, but that's all you probably will have to do until they do your blood. So when they test your blood sugar and the result comes out and they tell you that your result is equal or more than 7.0 millimole per liter, which is equivalent to 126 milligrams per deciliter, then that suggests diabetes. Typically, according to Diabetes Canada, they say that if you have that plus classical symptoms of diabetes, then that is diagnostic of diabetes. However, we go further to another type of test, which we call the oral glucose tolerance test. So typically, you might do a fasting blood sugar, and then they'll give you what we call a glucose load, some glucose drink, which you take, and they wait for 2 hours. They will test your blood sugar. If the result comes out 11.1 millimole, that's equal or more than 11.1 millimoles, which is equivalent to 200 milligrams per deciliter, then that is strongly suggestive of diabetes. If you were positive to the fasting and this one is positive, that is absolutely diagnostic of diabetes. I hope you don't mind the numbers I'm throwing out there. It's just something we need to always pay attention to, and I'm going to put it on the screens. As well. Then if you do a random blood sugar, like you casually, I've always advised you can go and get your glucometer, or maybe you just casually go to the lab to do a test for your blood sugar, and the result comes out to equal or more than 11.1 millimole, which is equivalent to 200 milligrams per deciliter, then we say that is strongly suggestive of diabetes, and you'd like to do fasting blood sugar test to confirm it. Another test we also do is what we call the hemoglobin A1C. It's typically a monitoring tool. I'm not going to really emphasize on my hemoglobin A1C for today, but also just know there's a test you need to do. You don't need to fast about it. They just need to look at, they'll just need to take your blood and look at the result. If your blood sugar is equal or more than 6.5%, then we say you have is suggestive of diabetes, will need to be confirmed, because there's a type of group of people you can't use hemoglobin A1C for. So let us just bear that in mind if we are going for all these tests. Typically, if you look at the lab result, most of the time there's something they call the reference range, whereby if you get more than this, then you know you have diabetes. If you get less than that, you know you do not have diabetes. We've mentioned pre-diabetes in the past, where I said that if they probably test your blood sugar and you are getting between 6.0 and 6.9 or 6.1 and 6.9 millimoles per liter, then we say you have pre-diabetes. If you refer to my previous episodes, you will understand it even in more details. Okay, I also did mention people who are at risk. According to Diabetes Canada, the newest guideline, they did say that if your fasting blood sugar is less than 5.6 millimoles per liter, then you say you are free at the moment. If, however, your fasting blood sugar is between 5.6 and 6.0, then you say that you are quite at risk for diabetes and you need to test it again. So you see those numbers. It's very important that when you go for the test, you look at what we call the reference ranges. Okay, just so it's a good guide for you to know what it is. It's not just enough for the doctor to say your blood sugar level is good. If you have anything above 5.6 millimoles per liter, then we really need to be a bit concerned about it. All right, so that's about it for how you know or how you confirm that you have diabetes. We call it the diagnostic criteria. I'd like you to refer to previous episodes and see and continue to go from there. Okay, so I will see you in the next episode. It's bye for now.